Well, good morning all. It's Saturday morning, overcast weather, but I'm in the greenhouse as you can see. A few little jobs I've been sorting out, and change of tack today. I thought I'd just do a bit of wood cutting for my pens. It's still a very makeshift thing. I've still got my lathe covered up over here and some bits of wood, and I've got some wood that I've just been temporary cutting or trying to cut. The only trouble with a table saw against a bandsaw, table saw is more dangerous. It's more likely that you're going to chop your fingers off, etc. As people know, they're not very forgiving. With a drop saw, as you know, you can, it's a little bit easier, but with a bandsaw it would be better. But I haven't got a bandsaw, so I'm making do. I'll get more waste out of the timber. I've got my cup of tea, so I'm going to attempt to stand up, and this is my logs. So this is some cherry I chopped down last year. I never chopped it down, I was actually scouting round, and then when you cut it open you get this. So these are cut in roughly 1-inch sections. I have to jig it around a bit to cut pieces off to get it through, as you can see, but it might be of an interest to somebody. But there is some checking. Checking is when it's split here, and then checking, as you can see here, because it's been put in this greenhouse for the last month, 6 weeks. It's checked really bad. You should seal the end over, but it's for pen making, and if it's only small bits of checking, as you can see here, I should be able to still cut out some of the pieces for pens. Cherry makes a nice wood, as you can see, nice grain, nice colours, lots of orange, yellows and stuff in there. This is only one piece, I'll just sort of show you, but this is the blade. You can't have a scribe at the, is it a scribe at the back? Yeah, because it just fouls the wood, because as you can see, that blade is not going to cut through that, so I have to be very, very careful. As I said, it's not very forgiving, so I just need chunks like this, and out of this chunk and this chunk and this, I can get 2 blanks. You get roughly 2 blanks. I'll cut at this level, put it through, and I should get 2. But as I said, there's no great value, oh excuse me, in the timber. So what I can find, as you can see, have a bag full there, have a bag full here. I think it's all cherry and cherry root. Root is slightly different because evidently indication it was a root. And this is a neighbour's digging up a cherry, so I'm trying to keep that. There we go. I'll see what I can get done today. I've got my mask here because it gets very dusty, and my cup of tea. And as you say, overcast today. Got my cup of tea, so I hope to see you all soon, and I'll have a chat on the garden and digging soon. So that's going to bore you to tears in isolation and lockdown. Cheers folks. Right, I'm extremely dusty and dirty, and I've done an hour and a half, etc. The camera's turning around rather fast, and I hope you can see the colours in these. This is cherry growing above ground. This is cherry root. There was a neighbour when I was in Forfar who had just chopped a cherry tree down, and I had some root, and I kept it because I know there's a different colour, and I hope you can see that through the camera. Slightly different, as you can see, and so these have got an R for root, and these are just the cherry. They're longer than I want, but as I said, to allow for a bit of checking. And then there's some more in there, so I've done quite a bit. Not gone berserk, but there's my waste bucket. Still got quite a bit in there. A couple of there are not cherry, the ones with the marks on. Cherry's got little, anyway, cherry's like that. Anyway, and there's another bit of cherry in there and some scrap logs I've got to sort through. Anyway, I'll just leave it as that for today. That'll do enough. I've just done a bit. I'm going to go and dust myself off now and do a little bit of video editing. Cheers folks. Oh, good afternoon all. It's 12:15, it's Sunday. I've just finished cutting up that bit of cherry, and I've put it all in the box, and you can see I think there's some quite nice pieces. As you can see, really you can make out the grains and patterns. This is quite a big piece with lots of branches growing off. So what I do now is just by hand, because as I says, I haven't got a drop saw. I will straighten up, check through and cut them just by hand on my little mitre gauge, that's all. It's just a question of just tidying them up, peace of mind, bit OCD, and finding out what I can get out of the pieces of wood, or what I think they'll look like. I only need 5 to 5.5 inches, 6 inches max. So yeah, let's hope you can see that okay. And then I'll just go through these and just trim them, sort them, and I might dip them in the ends in wax. I'll see what I'll do yet. I haven't decided what I'm doing. Anyway, cheers folks, just keeping busy of a Sunday. Hope you're all well. Cheers. Right, I'll just attempt to show you this basically. So if you can see that, I overly sort that out. Have a quick look, see how it is, where, if there's any checking, decide what I want to use. So I think this end I'll just nip off a little tiny section, just use my little saw. Sorry about the noise. And at the time, there's no rush, as you say, isolation. So if I hadn't got saw, I could do this quicker, but sometimes you actually miss. So I'll just check that, and I find that the grain's quite nice here. And so what I will do is I'll put that to the measurement of 6 inches approximately, and that will give me a small offcut, which I will keep because it's big enough to use. And so this will take a few hours. So when you actually look at my pens, which are still, you know, will be for sale shortly, so I'll get that blank, which I pop here, and there's a few of them, and a small offcut, and I'll keep that because I can still make something out of that. So there you go. So I've still got quite a bit to do, and it's just a fill day Sunday. There you go. I've still got the box there, a couple there to go, excuse that, and I've got a little pile mounting up there which is roughly the 6 inches unchecked, and the little offcuts which I can still use. So when you look at a pen for, you know, less than a tenner, I think it's about 8-9 quid some of them, not whinging, but the time and effort sometimes to cut and sort, and I spent an hour and so cutting these again today, and an hour and a half yesterday. It adds up, but it's just free time, it's a hobby, and I can understand, you know, that people think, oh, you know, that might be a bit expensive, £6 for a biro, for a pen, whatever, or whatever, 6 or 7 quid, but it's just a little bit of time and materials. Anyway, cheers, stop whinging, Colin. I'm not trying to whinge, it's Sunday. Hope everyone's happy and safe, and keep safe, and may your God walk with you.